For Lefty's bass popper, we're going with this TMC 9395 in size 4. It's a standard 4x long straight eye streamer hook. And for the thread, some Veevus power thread in 140 denier in Chartreuse. Then we can get our hook secure in our Wolf Indiana Apex vise. We're going to get our thread started about 3/4 of the way back from the hook eye. This is going to give us room to make our tail and body back here, but not get in the way of the popper head on this fly. For the tail on this fly, we just need a sparse clump of Fluorescent Chartreuse Bucktail. This is from Midwest Bucktails, and we're just going to get a very small clump. Get all those shorter under hairs out of there, and then even some of the really long hairs, until we're just left with a nice small sparse clump. This will move a lot better in the water. Now that we have our nice sparse clump of bucktail, we can get that tied in here. About a hook shank in length is all we're looking for. I have found that when you use a sparse clump, you end up getting more movement out of your tail than if you have a really big clump of bucktail back here. Go with very light thread tension so that we don't flare out all those tail fibers. Then we can come up here and trim out these butt sections. And then just secure everything down. Before we tie in our body material, we're going to take this popper body and just put it on the hook and make sure we're not too far forward yet. And there we can see we are just right where we want to be. We don't want to go any further forward. For the body on this popper, this FNF UV jelly in Hulk, which is basically Fluorescent Chartreuse, is a great material. It adds a lot of flash and even that UV pop-a light. Now we can tie in this body material back here by the tail. Bring our thread up to where we don't want to go any further. We can just get some nice wraps going here. This stuff tends to twist all around, so just kind of get those wraps next to each other and kind of try to pull those fibers back as you start the next wrap. Eventually, it will all come together and you'll have a nice looking body on this. Generally takes a few turns before you start seeing all those fibers going in the same direction. At first it looks absolutely horrible. Once we get that trimmed out, I do try to kind of pull all those fibers back and get some wraps before I just tie down whatever is forward and get a thread base up on the front of this hook. This is going to give us something for our popper body to grab onto when we slide it on. So get a nice uneven thread base. This is one time when not having touching turns with your thread is just fine. For the popper head, Lefty's Poppin Bug popper head in Chartreuse, you can't go wrong with these. These are super simple, but they're the best thing around. And it even has a hole already in it. It's perfect for sliding these on that hook. Now we're going to put a healthy coating of super glue on all those thread wraps. Now we can take this popper body And with the hole that's already in this popper body, we're just going to push it on to the hook shank. This is where I really like this Wolf Indiana Apex vise. I can really grab a hold of the vise and really push this on, and it makes it a lot easier. And then there, make sure it's nice and centered. You can see this has a flat side, and it is right in line there with that hook point. And this is the popper that catches tons and tons of bass for me. So if this video has helped you tie flies, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and we'll keep tying more. Thanks for watching.